What up, good people? It is me, Ammi, Mr. Fantastic. Hey, look, you can find me on Instagram, Poet Ben1, YouTube, Poet Ben, the number 1, and Facebook, Ammi Israel. So this first poem is called Money Trail. This is a tale, timeless in nature, meant to raise the nature of any man who thinks he can escape pay. I say, give unto Caesar what is his. This will not allay your fears, but bring you truth. You've been duped. You believe that your paying taxes keeps your government from a state of lacking, never backtracking to find what's really happening. Now what I'm gonna say is just theory, but the burden of proof lies with thee. Come, let's follow the money trail. Let's start with tax and throw in a casino. Did you know, reportedly, gambling contributes billions of dollars to schools? But fools, that's really your money. And dummy, you still paying taxes. And your government keep claiming that schools is lacking. Now, here's something I know will get on your nerves. Every day you swerve on the edge, shaking your head in dismal disbelief at this time thief called road construction. Now, consider, every time road construction come along, more and more of your dollars is gone because of tax increase. This obese beast eats and eats, and do you question why? Why do the same companies repeatedly get the contracts? And why do they have to come back to do repairs 3 months after the affair is finished? Could it be to replenish the pockets of the political who help them profit at your expense? Hence, I ask you to question this. Do you really know where your money goes? See, this medium of exchange flows and flows from shows to shows, and who really knows its beginning or end? My friend, AT&T to Z-Tel, the U.S. government to email, gas, electricity, insurance, and voicemail. When you pay that bill, do them dollars really go where they say? Or do they stroll a path marked with decadence and deceit, helping to defeat, quote-unquote, dictators and despots, madmen and crackpots? Stop. Do you know how far this hoe will go to replicate herself in a point of effort to accumulate wealth? Using stealthy tactics, stealing the money under grandma's mattress. Damn it, what's happening? Why is this government, reportedly, for the people and by the people, more or less equal to the mobs and gangs that you ever so thankful to have locked away? Do you realize you've been prey and experiment? Your blood, sweat, tears, and years controlled from hospital to grave as you crave things your money can't buy. So you slide bound credit. And once that shit start, forget it. Because credit is another lie. Credit card companies charge interest on money they ain't even got, just bookmarks in a ledger. Then you run around helter-skelter trying to pay them back in measure. You repeatedly pay for your pleasures. Taxes are always higher on alcohol, gas, and tobacco. This shit is a fact. Your pleasures are considered sins, so in order to have them, you must release them dividends. I told you this might make you mad. This here realization that you've been had. But remember, the burden of proof lies with you. And once you know, what the fuck you gonna do?
I am Vai Shakoor, that's V-A-I-S-H-A-K-O-O-R. This first poem is entitled Siren Tales. In the 3rd grade, the teacher asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up. Boys always said something along the lines of policeman, astronaut, and race car driver. Girls wanted to be ballerinas, and me, I said mermaid. She replied, you mean marine biologist? And I said, no, a mermaid with tails, gills, and fins able to dive under the wave and create paradise with the dolphins. I mean, I've already mastered the human, which means I'm practically halfway there. Mermaids have no predators, and I only have my homework, sweets, and my father, Miss Teacher. I have sat and studied them for hours, locked myself in the room to drown out the sound of violence outside my door, transported myself around the world from Jamaica to the Congo, swam in denial and observed, and from this I have learned. Mermaids and I have a list of things in common. 1, we both love fish. 2, we need water to survive. 3, we have hands and arms. 4, our eyes adjust in the dark. And 5, our existence is a backhanded compliment to our abusers. Mermaids can shapeshift, turn from fish to human and back again, and I can do the same trick too, just more life-threatening. Don't you see the way these bruised limbs shift to make a working poncho to cover myself? That's why I can't change back. These scars just don't make good water-resistant material mermaids. Mermaids are thought to be a myth, a figment of someone's imagination rooted in an unexplained scientific discovery. Just like how he mixed the myth of happiness and acceptance with my abuse. Don't you see the way he taught me to hunt like them, to seek bodies out with my fist, pierce them with my words, and swallow pain whole? What's not a good predator if not to teach you how to survive? 6. Mermaids are thought to be the villains of the story. An uncanny being coming to shake up what we're known and used to. 6. I was told I was the villain, an evil being coming to shake up the family dynamic, a tongue of silver spewing lies, and I guess I was never properly taught to use my siren song, because if I was, I wouldn't get so tongue-tied when playing my innocent 7. When facing the aftermath of my attack, I was told that I should not be seeking help, that the guilty don't deserve help and no one cries when the villain falls, and I couldn't help but wonder if in the depths, do mermaids suffer in silence, or is their attacker too crowned a hero? What if Mami Wata never went to the riverside in the first place? Never sought revenge? What if Yomoya ignored the sufferings of her children, stuffed her ears with sea foam to drown out the sound of their cries? What if I didn't need this weapon of survival? Would I too then be able to shift? 8. I heard that most fish can adapt to their surroundings, evolve out of prey and into predator, and I wonder if I can't do that too. Become a mermaid, no bump that, I've been one. 9. Evolve out of prey and into fear. Take the net you tried to use to keep me silent and rip it. Take the bullshit you're spewing and take it and spit it back out as venom. Siren song you into my grasp to show you why the heck mermaids are so revered in the first place. 10. It is said that they do not fear where there is no sun, for the darkness they have come from and the depths they have learned to rise out of. And that is what would make me so dang dangerous.
I like this. Southside shit.
Remote.
I think I just want to talk to the unappreciated. They do. She asked me what I see. What you see, big dog? And what I see is a sunflower about to bloom. Okay. One with so much potential. That if she was to get out of her own way, she could blossom because it's instinctual. Your existence is non-conditional. Nor is it coincidental, but intentional, because God understood the assignment when I envisioned it. Meaning he took parts of my dreams and pieces of my goals and gave me a vision of you, and then wrapped it in this vessel. Now look me in my eyes. Do you see any imperfection? Any flaws, any limitations? What about fear or hesitation? See, you don't have to answer that part because it's all rhetorical. The answer to all those questions is it's all life. But I'll tell you what you do see. That's that inner G that can only be awakened by another G that can match that energy. So you don't have to be all with me. You're allowed to show your true identity, which is actually filled with benignancy. Now, the same way that I can move this audience, from your feet I can move sensations, turning them into skin tingles, graduating to spiritual awakenings, giving you mental stimulation that feels like penetration, ultimately creating a scene of noetic compilation. Talk to them, boy. Creating soul ties so strong that they can be narcon, leaving you love drunk, no stuck in love. So you tell me, what's up, love? Southside.
Typically, I don't title poems, so this poem ain't got no title. Have you ever heard this poem? I mean, this poem. About the power of words. See, I find it a bit absurd when I observe the nerve of my community. It appears we mistook artistic unity for sanity. trying to run to reality, but carrying the baggage of that other reality. Mine, set on conquest, beset by systematic de-education. Can't find a sense of self, so you don't know you belong. Stuck, striding the line between good and evil, head between her legs. Can't change the world for trying to get some head, then you question why this shit ain't no different. It's simple. It's subject matter. It matters. Now, I understand poetic license, but it's got to be based in life. And what's the point of writing about how good you write? Well, that's self-hype. And that's one of the main gripes in that other industry. Tell me, how does it help to pen words like, nigga, you don't want none of this. Pen and pad liquid. I spit shit. That's one to grow on. I flow on like your aunt, monthly. I never stop. Though I'm a poet, I got flows that got MCs hiding and cringing, cause when I'm spitting nothing, no missing, precision instrument, and I stay slick. I hit the scene at a pinstripe so pale you'll need braille to see it. Believe it. Liquid fire. Tongue gymnastics so inspired you'll fire dude, cause his conversation lacked passion. Damn it, I'm tired and fed up. It's time to bring the flame eternally. Burning niggas thinking they can fuck with the majesty of poetry done correctly. Where you think you get your flow from, stepson? My mind and tongue sharpened on the whetstone daily, cutting my teeth. Pray you don't arouse my hunger, cause by its nature, poetry gets under. Hitting with incision precisions for mind uplifting. Bearing truth and dreams and rings to bring people back from the brink. Give them opportunity to think. I mean, it's all right to state the obvious. And if that's your quest, be my guest. But take these words to heart. If your words have heart, you'll know, cause people will start to tell you. So don't forget from whence you've come, cause we can turn the flame on 106 degrees. Technically, just enough to change your brain permanently. The absurdity, niggas consciously adversely kicking stereotype media hype, babble, travel, this riffraff and rabble, never moving beyond the physical. Cyclical fools misused by a society that's got your number. Wake from your slumber. Flaming rains are coming, hear the thunder. The voice, a poet, spitting like Gabriel, trumpet fable, calling Brown the president of the divine. Smiting any who stand in the way of the light. Watch me play God. I'll change your life. Trade you in for a couple sacks, pen and pad so I can write.
The second piece is entitled, well, it wasn't entitled, but now it's entitled Dysmorphia Monster. I killed the monster only to become one. Converted my torso into sheets to cover my insecurities. Spread them so thin they became a whisper. Cast my thoughts into fangs and swallowed broken glass disapproval. I exercised till it burned. Till my rib cage opened up and took flight, became a Houdini. Making hunger disappear in front of a food plate, you see. A monster has no appetite when functioning in the parameters of dysmorphia. Self-loathing is feeling enough. It is keeping your body image trapped in a funhouse mirror, Stockholming in your thoughts, kidnapped into contentment, merely needing to lose a little bit more of this vessel you call a body. It is being willing to raise the blade yourself a smile so you can pass for happy. It is hiding in the smoke, lifting the veil of shell-like confidence only to reveal the mortality behind the man. I once battled with it, tooth and nail, fought to see things differently, tore it to armor, inscribed my runes in embedded teardrop crystals, laced it with guilt. After all, what place have I to beat such a beast? 3 years in the shadow and returns a second time to claim his victory. I killed the monster only to immortalize its tactics. Began to consume myself the same way. Turned joy into sorrow. Pin spun and danced around the truth. I don't see myself that way. And this view was long distorted before he ever came along. At night, I often count the pounds to sleep. See how long it takes to choke on body mass index, fall out of comfortability, to metabolize the reality of the thoughts and disappear into diagnosis and in the day. I dream of acceptance, of apologies I'll never get to say to the girl I once was. I'm sorry for creating more space for doubt than for care, for being the devil on your shoulder and taunting those outfits to the back of the closet, trading meals for Snickers, hang draw and courting your appetite into vapor, conditioning you to eat parts of yourself till you bleed six packs and sweat muscle. I apologize for telling you there was not enough room for security, pushing you into waist trainers and fitness plans, that being under 150 is synonymous with happiness, but mostly, I apologize for telling you were too much and still not enough. This is for anybody who's ever looked at the reflection of cracked glass bottles and insecurities, seen them comparing themselves to comic book bodies and anime figures, measuring their worth with a number on a scale, seen views distorted, given eyes bigger than stomach. Have mercy on yourself. Show yourself the kindness you otherwise give others. And I know it's going to take more than 180 seconds, more than a couple songs about body image or pageant culture, truth be told. I haven't found my way out of this maze either. But I've learned that these bars I may find myself trapped behind are nothing more than a cocoon I need to break myself out of. And when I do, these wings will be something to behold. And that's that piece.
Southside shit. B65. See, the South got something to say, and it's gonna come out my mouth today. This for the folks that got tired of waiting and decided to kick in the door and put the game in a chokehold so we can get the respect that we owe. So, Dr. King, I'm living your dream. I'm just doing it like Malcolm X by any means, and I'm not stopping till I'm rich like Oprah Winfrey. Southern Belle that was raised on the east side of Nashville, Tennessee. That's right, she from the home team. That right. So, my Southern pride ain't defined by no rebel flag. Nah. Matter of fact, this for the soldiers that laid down, had a country built on that back. You know, I bet you 3 stacks of this piece is about to be so unapologetic that Miss Jackson's going to have to kiss my ass. And see, the South, the Junkers was the ones chasing the ice cream man. And he gonna tell you something that's gonna make you lose your teeth. And if your mama sent you to the can lab, you better not bring back nothing sweet. And you can her yelling down the street, don't let the street lights beat your feet. Cause she trying to protect you from something you can't see. Cause just because it's quiet don't mean there's peace. Cause it's always quiet in the country, but just because you don't hear it, don't mean that it ain't strange fruit falling from those trees. And shout out to Billie Holiday, cause even though she wasn't from the South, she was speaking for the ancestors that came before me. But when them street lights come on, that's when them boys come out, they love being a gangster. They got a pocket full of stones and 25 lighters on the dresser. Yes, and they just trying to get paid. Cause everybody wants to be a baller. And yeah, they live a little lawless. They know they can't afford lawyers. But being impoverished is the main variable to the problem. Like 10x plus y equals whatever. But they trying to figure out a different type of algebra. Like, should they put gas in the tank or food on the table? Mouth full of gold, driving by Chevys and don't. Accent so thick that it's like we got our own lingo. Speaking so fast that it's like we talking in codes. For example, we don't say 4, we say 4. We don't say door, we say dough. We don't want more, we want more. Shout out to A-Ball and MJG. But speaking of thick, have y'all seen our sisters? Yams, cornbread, and cabbage got them built like stallions. Definition of beauty's image in a world full of trends, but still remain classy. And you best believe we protect our queens with this open carry. Go off, boys. See, the South Side of 65 represents everything we stand for and stand on. Damn right. This ain't just the land that Plymouth Rock landed on. Nah. This is the land where the culture roots is planted on. And this is the land where our ancestors were stranded on. I'ma make sure that this is the land that we get our 40 acres on. South Side, Big 65. On real tweet.